A redundancy process can be difficult for both sides. From an employer's perspective, they realize that this decision is going to have huge implications on the individual. It could be someone that's been employed by them for a number of years and contributed to some past successes and hold a very good relationship with them. And then from the employee's perspective, it's their livelihood, it's their income. It doesn't just impact them, it impacts their family as well. But beyond the financial implications, there's also the daunting task of having to go through a job search. If they've been employed for a number of years, then the job market has most certainly changed. The way that people do their CVs has changed, the way that people interview has changed, and they might not have the skills in order to do that. So from that perspective, it's very difficult as well and a challenging time for both sides. Understanding that one of the most common reasons that someone is made redundant is due to financial constraints on the organization, there are actually many cost effective ways that organization can support the individual who is exiting the business moving forward. Success Recruit's CV service and interview coaching service is one of those ways. It's something that I've used in the past for individuals who have been leaving due to redundancy. And it's also one of the most meaningful ways that you can support that individual as well, because it's really going to help them set up for the future. Um, it's critical to remember as well that offboarding is just as important as onboarding. Um, that individual who's exiting the business might have very good relationships with people who are still currently within the business. If you treat them well, it leaves a positive mindset for those people within the organization as well moving forward. But also from an employer brand perspective, if the company was then to recruit again in the future, word travels fast. And again, if you treat that person well, it leaves a good impression of how you treat your employees for new prospective employees coming into the organization. Having worked with a number of individuals who have been going through a redundancy process in the past, I've always found that Success Recruit CV service and interview coaching service has actually been one of the most helpful things that an organization has supported the individual with. At the end of the day, it's their primary focus to get their next role. It secures their income, it secures their career. So it's so important to them that that is something that they're able to do quickly. Um, Success Recruit, they go into so much detail. It's a very personal approach and they tailor their service to get the best chance of success for that individual. So when they're handing out their CV to prospective employers, they're securing interviews. When they're then going for interviews, which can be a very daunting thing, um, they're giving themselves the best opportunity to succeed in that interview process. Especially, as I mentioned before, if they've been employed for a number of years, the job market has changed. The way that people interview has changed. And Success Recruit really are the experts in the industry. So I strongly recommend that any company going through a redundancy process at the moment is able to offer this service as an added benefit to that individual moving on.